So recently I read somewhere that you actually use cricket to help your athletes, and even before the Junior World Championship finals, you made Pranav we play cricket. So like, is this a thing that you picked up from someone else? Like, what is the logic behind this?
Chess, so they say it's like a mental sport, but we also need physical stamina because we sit for 4 to 5 hours in a stretch for one game. Sometimes the game might happen even 6 to 7 hours, even sometimes 8 hours also. So to play for 8 hours in a stretch at the highest level, one requires a strong stamina also. So that's why chess players in general play other sports, other outdoor sports as well. And in my thing, whenever I do an offline camp in Chennai, like say most of my camps will be from like 10 to 5 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then post our sessions, we'll go for a cricket for 2 to 3 hours. Depends depending on the slot we have. We'll just book nearby some play turfs or whatever is nearby. Just go and play. So the point is because most of my sessions are quite intense, and the players will be tired mentally. And just to cheer them up, I just thought of this idea to play some outdoor sport. So also when we play cricket, it's more of friendly, jovial kind of thing. We talk to each other, we tease each other. It's a good um, distraction from the stressful game. After 3 to 4 hours of fight. That's how we keep playing such any outdoor sports.
Okay, so one thing when we hear about all these international tournaments, and this is like a very common doubt for a lot of people. So there are like different categories of chess. Can you please elaborate on those?
We have classical, rapid, and blitz. There's of course a bullet kind of thing, but it's not an official bullet event kind of thing. It's popular in online events. So basically, classical time control is basically it's a game where one player gets either 1 hour each on his clock, or most of the times it is like 90 minutes each on the clock. And every move we make, we get 30 seconds increment. So this way, the exact number of hours, the how long the game will go cannot be ascertained because the both players keep on fighting. As I said earlier, it can go 6 hours, even 8 hours also, based on the number of moves they make. So that is a classical format. It is basically longer format. And rapid, it's just like T20 of cricket. So rapid is like it's a shorter than the classical time control. Instead of 90 minutes per player, which is for classical, for rapid, we mostly have either 15 minutes or 25 minutes in top level events with some kind of increment. And for blitz, it's basically 3 minutes plus 2 seconds increment. So it's faster. It's like T10 probably to say. Like T10 is not basically followed everywhere in cricket, but okay, sometimes they play a T10. So or even 100 balls kind of thing. So that is kind of a thing like blitz.
So coming to your town, like the city from where you're coming, Chennai. So we see like Chennai is practically the chess capital of India, or you can say the chess capital of world. So what is the reason behind so many grandmasters coming out of Chennai?
Yeah, Chennai, we have many strong players. Like, for example, every 1 kilometer, I think more or less we have, if not GMs, definitely at least there'll be some federated strong players within every kilometer. Chennai has too many players. And that's a big luxury, especially for me, because let's say if I organize a camp, I don't even need to plan 1 month in advance. If I just say the camp happens like in 3 to 4 days time, I'll still get good numbers because Chennai has so many players. Of course, it all started with the legendary Vishy sir. He's also from Chennai, and um, and that's how it happened. Because in Chennai, I mean in Tamil Nadu, we have this culture like sometimes the schools they grant leave to the players, so it's not like we have to attend the school most of the time. We just need to attend the exams, which is good enough because chess players uh, are in general good enough, smart enough for any last minute, studying.
Also, so India's legendary chess player, the man who brought chess to mainstream, Vishwanath Anand, he's from Chennai, and I believe you have had a lot of the interactions with him. So, what are your thoughts on his role in developing the next generation of India stars, or any particular story that you have of him?
I have known Vishy sir personally since 2014, 2015 kind of thing. When I was in my prime. In my prime, I think probably I was India top 10 or top 15. I don't remember the exact details. It's been more than almost a decade ago. So I used to go to his home every now and then just to play some training games. We used to work together on certain openings. He used to give me some kind of good advice, healthy advice. And since then, I've been kind of in touch with him. And he also runs his academy, which is West Bridge Anand Academy, which we call as Vaka. I'm also part of Vaka as a coach. I also train for his academy. There are many strong guys in Vaka. Like in India, if you say men and women, I think 60 to 70% of top people are also from Waka Academy, where the classes happen. And Vishy sir also makes sure that he is available most of the time to whatever doubts the player asks. Any questions, he's always available. He's happy to help. So that way, he's very helpful. Not just Vishy sir, also Aruna madam, his wife. She's also very helpful in many aspects. Let it be help people financially, trying to find some sponsors or encouraging this kind of thing. She's also quite cool. I mean, they both are very supportive and encouraging. And in the most memorable thing, of course, I have many things. One of them is that so those days he had a very busy schedule with all this FIDE meetings, all these kind of things. But despite that, whenever I asked him for some kind of file, some kind of doubts, um still he used to message me in less than 10 minutes. He used to send me the files, and he'll be like, Sham, this is the direction. So and so I have worked on this, blah blah blah, in so and so matches. You can have a look at it and help the players. So I used to this kind of luxury and freedom I had. I still have towards Vishy sir. Whichever file I want to ask, whichever doubt, any directions, I can ask him quite freely, and he will always is always available to help me. And in this way, in Chennai Chess Olympiad, I was asking his help for most of the time. Despite his busy schedule, he sent me the files to me. Sometimes he used to say like, Sham, I'm busy with FIDE meeting. I'll go back to room in 10 minutes. I'll go back to room and send to you. So this kind of things he used to share with me, and those files, his precious advices, all these things were quite helpful to me during those Olympiad time. And also players were also very confident that Vishy sir is so attached emotionally also to the team. And apart from that, of course, Vishy is very humble, down to earth. I think we all know this. And yeah, I'm glad. I mean, he's still supporting the next generation of players. So through his academy, and also in general, also he's quite helping and encouraging many chess players, many aspiring chess players.
Yep. So when we talk about chess players, the most common thing that we hear is someone achieved the title of a grandmaster. But like, what other titles are there? I remember you talking about a super grandmaster. So like, what sort of hierarchy do you have in this chess?
Actually, Super Grandmaster is not yet a official title. It's just like a title which sometimes the players say just to differentiate a Grandmaster and a Super Grandmaster, but it's not yet an official title from FIDE, the governing body. So highest title one can achieve is Grandmaster. But Grandmaster basically the player's rating has to be 2500, 2500. Not just rating, he needs to achieve 3 GM norms, and then he needs to touch the rating 2500. Only then he's a Grandmaster. So in order to differentiate Grandmaster and Super Grandmaster, basically Super Grandmaster is basically if the rating is above 2700. So for example, let's say Carlson, he has been world number one for so many years. His peak rating had been 2870 or close to that, 2870. And okay, maybe right now he's 2840, 2840, 50, something, this kind of range. And the world champion, current world champion Gukesh, his when he became world champion, he was like 2780. So I'm just giving the rough ideas about the rating, exact rating system. So any player above 2700 are unofficially considered as super grandmasters, just to differentiate a GM and a super GM because there's a huge class difference between them. And slightly below that, it is international master, which is one player has to reach 2400 rating, which is 100 points below grandmaster, and he needs to get three international master norms. That's different. It's a big story how to get all these things. And below IM is FIDE master. For that, I think they need to reach 2300 and then candidate master, all this kind of thing.
So you have been playing chess, I believe, since the last 2 decades or more than probably 2.5 decades. So like what motivated you get into chess at such a young age?
In my school days, one of my friend, my classmate, he used to show trophies on every Mondays, which is basically Monday prayers, Monday prayer, morning prayers. He used to show trophies at the dais. And I used to get trophies in other events, like a little bit drawing or some kind of running. I used to win this kind of competitions among school. But there was one trophy which I felt was missed. I used to get in handwriting also, I think. So this chess, I was not into any this kind of sports, chess. I was kind of concerned what this guy is showing trophy, where is my trophy. So that's how I got um okay, anyway, kind of jealousy. Okay, I was a kid, so it's okay to be that way, I think. At least a healthy
I think
jealousy.
like competitiveness is a better way to explain it. Yeah,
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right now it's competitiveness. But in those days, I was like, when he's winning trophy, where is my trophy? I felt those kind
yeah,
of
like
urge to me.
kids' emotions are a little straightforward there.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, where is my trophy? And I asked him, what sport is this and how do you train? Who's your trainer? And the funny thing is, that time he didn't want to. Okay, we're kids, yeah. So no anything. So at the time, he didn't even tell me who was his trainer and all these things. So those days we have an ID card. I think even now identity card. So what it was, I just uh, took his ID card from his neck, and I just got his father's phone number, his house phone number, basically. Like that same evening, I came back to my home and I forced my father, please talk to his father, what sport it is, and let me also go to that trainer and start practicing chess. So that's how it started. It started like this in a maybe in a violent way. And then I went to their home, and I have never touched chess pieces in my whole life till that point. I mean, even much when I was 6 years or 5 years old, my father and brother used to play chess, and I used to go and just clear all the pieces, make sure they don't play chess. I was so naughty at that time. So like that, that even that's what my parents say even now. I mean, the guy who never allows the family members to play chess now is fully immersed into chess. So when I went to my friend's home first time, I have never touched any pieces. It was probably 6 months or 1 year of chess training, and I played a game with him, and surprisingly, I won the game. Except the rules. I mean, and I just knew the rules. How does the king move? How does the knight move? Bishop move? Rook move? I just knew the rules. Nothing other than that. My first game in my whole life, and I managed to beat some guy who has won many trophies. I was like, okay, it gave me lots of boost. It's like, okay, maybe this is my thing. And since then, I've been into chess. Since then, I mean, it's very strong. It's like right now, without seeing chess, it's hardly that a day passes by. No matter where I am traveling, where I am, chess will definitely be yeah part of my day, yeah, huge part of my day. And yeah, there are many stories. I mean, of course, coming from a very humble middle class family, there are lots of stories. How so many? I mean, there are too many miracles. Like so many things which happened which happened miraculously, which happened luckily. Like for example, suddenly there was a heavy rain, all the buses, everything were cancelled, but only one bus was going to the railway station. So I got into the bus luckily, went to the station, and I flew to. Sorry, I not flew. I traveled to Pune, I think, when I was like 13, 14 years old, and my parents were bold enough to let me travel alone to Pune. Okay, these days it's maybe a simple thing, but in 2005, 2004, when I was like very young, it was a very big thing. They let me travel alone to Pune. There are too many stories, but yeah, chess it's always excites me even till date.
Yep. So you must have a lot of memories of a lifetime playing chess against some of the best people in the world. So if you have to pick a few, what would be your most memorable matches? And who are the most memorable opponents?
Definitely one will be against Vladimir Kramnik, who is a legend, former world champion, who is same level as Vishy Anand sir or Gary Kasparov. Basically, Kramnik was the person who managed to beat Gary Kasparov in a world championship match in 2000. So I managed to play him. I was very happy that I played him, and I was elated that I drew him. It was like a dream come true. It happened in Qatar Masters, I think 2014. I don't remember the exact year, probably 2014 or something like that. Those were the days. Okay, these days, YouTube is there and lots of social media and too many platforms are there to see a grandmaster, to even talk to a grandmaster, or even to have a session with a super grandmaster. But back then, it was not so easy to talk to even grandmaster, because grandmaster, super grandmaster, because they used to play very restricted kind of events, like very closed events as in only top 6 players or top 10 players used to play, like someone like Vishy sir, Mr. Kramnik, Toplov, all the world champions used to play in one event. So only in 2013, 14, 15, only in this kind of time, such world champions, such legendary players started playing open events. There was a starting time where these days, of course, they play online very frequently and many open events very frequently. But back then, they were just starting to play open events. Open events are basically any player can play, any grandmaster or any international master or any other players also can play. So that's when he also played the same tournament as me, and I managed to play him, and I drew the game. Back then, it was a very big thing to draw a world champion. To even play the game, it's a very big thing. But yeah, I was glad that I managed to play and draw the game and draw the game. And another thing was, and after some years, probably 16 or 2018, I played against Vishy sir. I mean, though I lost the game, uh, I still have regrets on how I could have played the game better. I lost in a passive way. It still hurts, but okay, that's how the game is. Yeah, definitely we'll have our bad days, bad moments. So these two are one of my favorable memories. Playing against the two world champions. Of course, I also played Peter Hein Nielsen, who was the second or coach for Magnus Carlsen in a World Blitz game, and more memorable was in 2014, I think. And again, I managed to beat him very quickly though it's a blitz game. Still, I managed to beat him very quickly. And after that, he told me that I still remember the words actually. He said like, "Oh man, you are such a good tactical player." So this word still echoes in my ears even now. So it was very great. He doesn't even know me personally, but still, it's very great of him to compliment me in that way. So I'm super elated. That is also one of my most favorable memories.